We are now ready for the women's 220-yard dash World American and meet record held by Valerie Briscoe-Hux. As we are live now in Madison Square Garden, this is 1 lap plus 50 yards, and they stay in their lanes. And here is the field. Chandra Cheeseborough in lane 1. Marita Koch ranked number 1 in the world at 200 meters for the 5th time last year. Of course, she is from the German Democratic Republic. Grace Jackson at 6 feet even, 136 pounds, who upset Valerie Briscoe-Hux at the Melrose Games, is in lane 3. And Florence Griffith, the 1984 Olympic silver medalist at 200 meters, is in lane 4. And Edwin Moses, there's the favorite, Marita Koch. And they have to stay in their lane, so in reality, Florence Griffith outside in lane 4 has the toughest lane assignment. There's Chandra Cheeseborough in lane 1.
She has to be careful not to run off the edge of the track, and she has an extreme amount of speed. I think one of the most important factors in this race is that all of the girls are excellent 200-meter runners. Koch is the world record holder outdoors at 400, as well as a bunch of other records, and she's going to be tough, but the question here will be whether she can compete on the boards at this speed.
There's Marita Koch of East Germany, and one of the greatest track and field athletes of all time. This is 220 yards. There is Florence Griffith. 1 lap plus 50 yards, and remember, they will stay in their lanes throughout this race.
This will be a very intense race. Very intense.
Cheeseborough in 1, Koch in 2, Jackson 3, Griffith in 4. And they come up. They're a little tense here. The East Germans, when they arrived here this morning, were complaining about the board track here. It's a little bit chewed up, and it took them some time to get used to it. It's different than what they see indoors in Europe.
In Europe, they run mostly on the tartan surfaces, and underneath the tartan may be concrete. I've seen excellent tracks that are permanently installed in Europe, and in East Germany in particular, they only run on the best.
Grace Jackson at a 23:42. Marita Koch, 23:46, and of course, Florence Griffith with the fingernails and the big eye. And you watch the stagger stays pretty even. But it is Grace Jackson closing the stagger, Griffith outside, and now Koch going after Jackson. So it is Koch in lane 2 that has the lead, and she has closed the stagger and comes down the final straight. It is Koch and Jackson, and it is Marita Koch who wins it, with Grace Jackson finishing second.
I think Grace really did a great job in pushing Koch. Koch knew that she had to catch up, and Grace, as long as her legs are, really got out well and put the pressure on.
Unofficially, I don't want to mention the numbers because the time is so good. We're floating right around records. Let's take another look at Marita Koch.
Koch is running very well. She can run 100, 200, 400. She's just an all-around sprinter. It looks like she's having a bit of a problem in the turn. Grace Jackson's putting on a lot of pressure. Florence Griffith is on the outside, but she's out of it now. And because Koch is on the inside, she had the advantage over Grace Jackson.
And Valerie Briscoe-Hux World American and meet record, 22:95. It is in jeopardy. And we await for that official announcement. Marita Koch of East Germany. Let's go down to Marty.
Well, Tim Rockwood will try and translate for us. You had a trial heat earlier today, and the turn seemed to give you much problems, but tonight it was very smooth.
In der Vorfinale hast du Schwierigkeiten hier in den Turnen gehabt, aber heute Abend hast du überhaupt keine Probleme damit.
Naja, ein bisschen auch. Richtig gut ging's nicht.
She said she even had problems this evening on the turns, and she didn't think it went that well.
Was she aware that this is the same track that Valerie Briscoe-Hux had set the world record in this event?
Hat sie schon gewusst, dass die Valerie Briscoe-Hux hier den Weltrekord schon gemacht hatte?
Ja, ich habe das gelesen in der Broschüre.
She read that in the program ahead of time.
Her acceleration, is there no end to her acceleration? She seemed to have it when she needed it on that second straightaway.
Du läufst ja immer schneller und schneller. Der hat gesagt, du hast viel Kraft, ja, und es sieht aus, als ob du immer noch Stärke hast während der Rennen.
Tja, so ist das mit den alten Frauen.
That's a tough question.
Okay, Charlie, that's the story down here. We'll decipher that and talk to you about it later.
All right, it is a great story. We are still awaiting the official numbers to see if it is a world record for Marita Koch. So as we await those numbers, we'll be back with more of the USA Mobile Track and Field Championships.